In this lesson, we're going to discuss the concept of recovery objectives and how it's implemented in your cloud designs. Recovery objectives are an important aspect of cloud computing, and they are closely related to availability and continuity of services. Recovery objectives refer to the desired state of an organization's systems, application, and data after a disaster or other disruption. They are the goals that organizations set for the recovery of their IT systems and services, and they are critical to ensuring that the organization can continue to operate in the event of a disaster. There are several key recovery objectives that organizations must consider when developing their cloud designs. Recovery objectives are critical components of any disaster recovery plan, and they play a crucial role in the cloud-based designs. These objectives define the desired outcome of a disaster recovery scenario and provide a roadmap for achieving it. The three main recovery objectives are Recovery Time Objective, or RTO, Recovery Point Objective, or RPO, and Maximum Tolerable Downtime, or MTD. Recovery Time Objective is the amount of time it takes to recover critical systems and data after a disaster occurs. It sets the target for how quickly the organization needs to resume normal operations. The RTO should be determined based on the criticality of the systems and the data being protected and the business impact of prolonged downtime. For example, the Visa and MasterCard credit card processing network has a really large number of customers and a high volume of transactions. Roughly 75,000 transactions are processed every second over the network, which is over 108 million transactions per day. Due to this, a very low recovery time objective is required because of the sheer volume of transactions that need to be processed. For every transaction processed, the company makes roughly 2 to 3% of the transactions cost. So if you buy a course from the Dion training website for $300 as an example, the Visa and MasterCard processing company charges us around $9 in fees for that particular purchase. Multiply that by 75,000 transactions per second, and you can see that the company will lose millions of dollars for each second they are down. That is why a low RTO is so important for them to achieve in order to prevent significant revenue loss. Second, we have Recovery Point Objective, or RPO. The Recovery Point Objective refers to the maximum amount of data that can be lost during a disaster. It sets the target for how up-to-date the data needs to be when it's restored following a disaster. The Recovery Point Objective should be based on the importance of the data being protected and the impact of data loss on the organization. Let's give another example. A financial institution with sensitive customer data would have to have a low Recovery Point Objective, as it would be imperative for them to minimize data loss to maintain customer trust. Third, we have the Maximum Tolerable Downtime, or MTD. The maximum tolerable downtime is the maximum amount of time that critical systems and data can be unavailable without causing significant harm to the organization. It sets the target for how quickly the organization needs to resume normal operations. A good example of this would be a hospital with critical patient data should have a low maximum tolerable downtime, as it would be imperative for them to quickly restore operations to avoid potential harm to their patients. In cloud-based designs, recovery objectives can be achieved through a combination of techniques, including real-time data replication, backup and restore, and failover. An organization with a low RTO and RPO can use a hot site in the cloud to provide real-time data replication and immediate access to critical applications and data in the event of disaster. An organization with a higher MTD but lower RPO could use a warm site in the cloud to provide partial infrastructure and data, allowing the organization to recover from a disaster in a shorter amount of time. At this point, it kind of goes without saying that it's crucial for organizations to continually assess and review their security objectives to ensure they align with the evolving needs and risk tolerance, especially in the context of cloud-based designs. So as a quick summary, recovery objectives play a critical role in cloud-based designs by providing a roadmap of how to achieve the desired outcomes of a disaster recovery scenario. Organizations should carefully consider their recovery time objectives, recovery point objectives, and maximum tolerable downtime when designing their disaster recovery plan. After this is accomplished, they should choose a solution that meets their specific needs. Whether your organization decides to use a hot site, warm site, or a cold site in your cloud design, you will find that the right disaster recovery solution can provide you with the right balance of cost, recovery time, and data protection.